Inhaling and exhaling. So these classes usually bring you to a place where you start to question either why you came or how your body can keep going. The goal is time under tension. So making sure that if you need a break, you're holding a pose, that's a modification and not necessarily just stopping. I never suggest working through pain. So if you do feel any kind of discomfort, scale back, pause, shorten the range of motion. But stay as much as you can within the pose, obviously with respecting your body. So yeah, so just start by thinking of one of your intentions for today. You guys will need 2 blocks as well. So picking your intention for today, why you're coming onto the mat, why you're showing up, and this intention that you're going to set for yourself is what you're going to come back to in moments of discomfort. So when you feel pushed to the edge, when you can't continue pulsing and holding and all of the good juicy things we're going to do to our body today, I want you to come back to why you're stepping onto the mat. So we're going to start just bringing our knees in towards our chest, giving yourself a little hug, maybe rocking side to side. Good. And then bringing your knees nice and wide and then close to your shoulders. So angling those knees up towards the outer edges of your ribs. Good. And then maybe grabbing for a happy baby, hands towards the outer edge of those feet. And then rocking side to side, bringing those knees towards the mat. Good. And then keep left leg in and then extend your right leg long. And then bring your leg across your chest, kind of cradling it, rocking out, almost like a reverse pigeon here. Really getting into that glute. Good, and then we're gonna switch. Left is going long, right is coming in and wide. And then when you're ready, crossing it over. Rocking side to side here. Legs come down to the mat, arms reach up overhead with a big inhale. Exhale, slide the arms down, keeping the backs of your hands as close to the ground as possible until your elbows come to touch your ribs, and then extend the arms long. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, slide them down. Good, 2 more times. Next time. From here, we are gonna hop up onto our forearms, but staying on our back, so you can keep your feet planted to start. So we're gonna be in a position like this. We're just gonna do some neck rolls, fully all the way around. Good. Keep moving, maybe pausing to one side. And then rotating to the other side. All right, so come to the center. We're gonna jump right into our core. So anytime that we do core, I really focus on a pelvic tilt or just making sure you're tucking belly button down to spine. It's not rounding your back necessarily. I just want to make sure that you're not arching. If you start to feel your hip flexors at all during this, you're likely using them and not your core. So from here, belly button down to spine, hands pressing into the mat, lift those legs up. So making sure right away, roll your shoulders down and back, chest up nice and high. We're gonna go with our right leg first. So left leg staying just like this. Right leg going long, full range of motion like this. Okay. Inhaling and exhaling. So really pressing your palms, your forearms deep into that mat. Right leg going long. If you start to feel this more in your hip flexor than you do your core, shorten the range. So instead of going all the way low, you can stop here and come back in. Good. Next time you're out, hold up and down. However depth you want. If you want to go all the way to ground, go for it. If not, I will be here at a nice little 45. Your quad should be working. Flex those toes back. Core is on, belly button to spine. We are gonna hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it long. Come back to that intention you set while you're here on the mat. Roll those shoulders down and back, chest up, core on tight. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Both legs in. Pause for a moment. Reset in through those shoulders and upper back. And then we're gonna tap both the toes down, lifting up. And tap both, keeping the bend in the legs. Good. So try to keep that low back as tight to the ground as you can, little to no movement. Good. In 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go halfway, little pulses. Tiny, tiny movements up and down. So think about all the other muscles that are doing work. Core is on, pointing your toes, squeezing the underneath of your feet. Shoulders are down and back and away from your ears. Press your palms into the ground as hard as you can. We're holding in 3, 2, 1, hold. Squeeze your knees together, squeeze your feet, anything you can. Come back to your intention, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything into your chest just for a moment. Catch your breath, roll those shoulders down and back. This time, right leg stays as is, left leg long, and go. Lowering down and coming back up. Really firing up that core. Good. We are going into a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Hold part way, up and down. You got this. Try to take note of what feels different between pain and discomfort. Sometimes it's a fine line. Good. Holding in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get to stop after this, so really give it your all. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Squeeze that leg, squeeze that quad, drive the kneecap into your left quad. Shoulders are down and back, chest up a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Let everything go. Good job. Take a big breath. Exhale. Right away, we're going to flip over onto our side. Going for some more core. I should not have worn a long sleeve. I'm way too hot right now. Oh, okay. Two options here for core, doing oblique work, doing some side planks. Full version, like this. This will help you. This will really help you. And then putting your knee down is an alternative. You won't get the same burn in through here, but if you're experiencing shoulder pain too, might be a good option to lower that down. So pick wherever you're at. Sometimes I like to start here, and then my top foot will go down just for some extra support as I'm needing it, okay? Take this off. So we're going into those. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked over top of that forearm and elbow. If it's too far away or too far in, you're gonna put a lot of pressure on that shoulder. So get into your position, roll that shoulder down and back and away from that bottom ear, and lift. Up and down, nice and slow. Trying to keep both of those hips facing forward. Good. All the way up, all the way down. Hold at the top, and you're gonna do micro pulses, tiny little movements. Your bottom hip might be burning, those hip stabilizers, tiny, tiny, tiny little movements. Good. We're switching to a hold in 3, 2, 1, hold. We're gonna go down onto our knee in a second. Keep pushing, you've got less than 15 seconds here. Squeeze up, rotate that core towards the center. Good. You can do anything for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that hip, bend the knee in. You can either stay on your forearm or take a break and come up onto your hand, whatever you want to do. But meet me in this shape right here. We're going to be taking it in, elbow to knee crunch in 3, 2, 1. Coming to tap and lengthening long. Squeeze that bottom shoulder down and back. Good. Really connect elbow and knee each time. Feel that burn. You're gonna transition to a hold in 3, 2, 1. Your hold can either look like this or option to hover this bottom leg. We are not here for too much longer, 10 seconds. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Connect into why you came here today. Why are you on the mat? 3, 2, 1. Good job. We are going to switch sides right away onto that other side. Pick the variation you started with the first time, and then you can drop down based on what you need. That's how you can see yourself progressing. Start with the original way and see how long you can keep that before you need to modify. All right, 3, 2, 1, press and lift. Good. Noticing any differences you might be feeling side to side. Full range, come to tap at the bottom and lift. I don't care how fast you're going. I just want you to stay moving. Good, and little pulses. Up and down. Feel it in that bottom hip. Trying to lift and support you. Core is on. Shoulder strong. And hold. In through your nose, out through your mouth. You got this. You have 15 seconds. Don't stop. You can do anything for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Good job. Bottom knee bends in. Stay on forearm or come up to hand if you want a little break from that. Bring that top leg long. And we're going to connect and lift. Good. So every time you're reaching, get a good little side body stretch in. Our sides of our body are burning. It's gonna feel so good tomorrow. Big crunch in. You got this. Less than 10 here. Really think about the muscles you're working here. Connect that elbow and knee every time. And hold. Option to lift that leg. Flex those toes. If you want to add a pulse, if that's easier and more distracting than just holding, then totally do that. Good. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Have a sip of water. Whew. That's a good way to get warm right away. I don't think you're gonna like me after this, but grab your blocks. So just keep them near you. We're doing two variations here. So we're gonna come down onto our backs. We're going through a little hip lift series. Just gonna get some good tunes on. Okay. So both feet on the mat to start. Roll your shoulders down and back, pin them down underneath you, palms on your mat. Feet are bent, knees are bent, feet are placed onto your mat. The closer your heels are to your butt, the more glutes, the further away, the more hamstrings. So find an area that feels comfy and good for you. So we're gonna start by lifting up, pressing through the heels, core stays tucked, lift the hips, big inhale. Exhale, slowly lower. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slow and lower. Good. Lift up and lower. We're keeping a little bit quicker pace. I want 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Good. Really press into your arms. Your core staying tight. I don't want any backs arching. Squeeze those heels into the mat. Good. Next time we come to the top in 3, 2, 1. Hold. Little squeezes. Tiny, tiny squeezes here. Good. Close down your eyes. Come back to your breath. Keep your hips high. Feel that burn in your glutes. Little tiny movements. Squeeze those heels into the ground. Belly button is tucking towards your spine. Full range of motion in 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Press back up. We're going 4 up, 4 down. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Squeeze those glutes. I know you're like, I can't even feel them anymore. That's good. That's what we want. Find a new boundary for your physical practice. Good. Next time you're up, we're doing little pulses in 3, 2, 1. Lift. Little pulses here. We're not going to be here for as long. Good. You've got 10 seconds. Up and down. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. We're going to walk the right foot out onto our heel. Left foot walks out onto the heel. Left foot back in, right foot back in. Keep going. Lead with your right, then your left. Left in, right in. We'll switch it up in a bit. Walk it out. Pause where you need to. Keep those hips nice and high. Good. That's it. Switch your lead leg. Heels driving in. Hamstrings are on fire. Glutes on fire. Keep those hips a little higher. Another inch. Tuck your shoulders down. 3, 2, 1. Lower everything in. Woo! Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug, rock side to side. Good job. All right, we are gonna rock and roll ourselves into table at the top. I was gonna do it again with blocks, but I figure better not. We have a lot of stuff to get to. Okay, so just gonna do a few little spinal twists here, give our booties a little break. So right hand plants, left arm lifts, big twist up. Rotate that top shoulder towards the ceiling. Grow tall out of that bottom arm. Come back down and switch. Good. One more time each side. Back down. Good. Okay. We got a little arm series. We're finishing real strong here in class. Okay, so I'll show you the first one that we're gonna do. It's supposed to be working your triceps. So you're gonna stay in this table shape. Arms are gonna be kind of stacked underneath you. Weight is in your heels, okay? So your fingers can be lifted. I'm lowering my elbows, but I'm not sending my hips back. As soon as I do that, I'm taking the work out of my arms. So my butt's staying where it is. Lower down, elbows are not flaring, they're in line with my shoulders. Press back up. My heel of my hand is the one pressing, okay? Good, so we're gonna do that and we're gonna do a few variations, the old 20-20-20, my favorite method. So, timer started, lower down. So good, keep those hips nice and high. Forearms coming to the ground nice and slow. This is one that like the first maybe 10 seconds feels so easy and then you're like, oh my God. So come to bring those elbows to touch every time. Keep the hips where they are. Good. We're gonna transition to a pulse in 3, 2, 1. So go halfway, up and down, butt doesn't move. This is coming from your elbows bending and extending, okay? Heel of your hand driving in. Shoulders down and back. Keep pushing here. Belly button to spine, core strong. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Good. We're gonna come halfway, hold. Good. Squeeze those elbows in a little bit tighter to each other. You're part way. I know you feel the shake. Good. 3, 2, 1. Come up, shake your arms out. We're going into some chaturanga prep. So I'm doing these on my knees. If you want to give her a go full style, totally do it. My arms are very tired from massaging in December, so I will be doing them here. So we're gonna go from here, from a table, rock it forward. So your arms are stacked over, glutes on tight, lowering down part way, pressing back up. Hips go to heels. Roll forward, lower down, practicing our chaturanga. So keep those elbows tight beside your body. Good, fingertips engaged. Got 10 seconds. Hips back. Try to stop yourself when your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Good. Next time you're there, we're holding. Rock it in. Good. We won't be here for long. Press up. Take a breather. Back in. Hold. Good. Can you hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Good job, guys. Okay. Shake your arms out. We've got one more round of those two, and then we will be moving on. So back to your triceps. If you did not feel this in your triceps last time, walk your knees a little bit further back, arms a little bit further forward. And then the goal is really lowering slow, just your arms are moving. Upper body and torso does not move, okay? So really be conscious. You're gonna get more out of it with the more that you put into this. 3, 2, 1, go. Heel of the hand, fingers are lifted. Really zip those elbows in towards each other. Good. We're going to a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Halfway, little pulse up and down. Drive the heel of your hand into the ground. You're moving your elbows only with your palms. Good. Stay halfway. Time under tension. You got this. Lift those fingers. We're going to hold in 3, 2, 1. Elbows squeezing in towards each other. Fingers are lifted. Heel of the hand pressing. Hips shift forward a little bit more, but don't change that bend. Good. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out. That one's always a sneaky one. It looks so harmless when you watch it, and then you do it and you're like, damn. Okay, last little round of our chaturanga push-ups. Take these as slow as you need. We're gonna go full range, and then we're gonna work on a hold, pause, hold, back into a hold, okay? 3, 2, 1. Roll forward, pause when you're about in line, send the hips back, roll forward. If you don't feel your triceps after this little combo, I don't know what's going on. Good, keep rounding forward and then send the hips back. Going for a hold in 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Squeeze belly button to spine, squeeze those elbows in towards your sides. Tight, tight, tight. 3, 2, 1, press up. We're going back in. This time not as long. 3, 2, 1. Lower in, feel that burn. This is where you wonder why you came to class. Come back to your intention. Elbows are tight by your rib cage. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good job, you guys. Okay. So have a little sip of water if you need. We're gonna go into the next section. Good. Okay. We're gonna be doing kind of little half burpee here. Yoga burpee. So from here, I'll just demo it first for you guys. It'll be down dog, roll to plank, hop up, lower to a squat, press in your arms, hop back, downward dog. So down dog, plank, yogi squat, plank, back into down dog, okay? So take this as slow as you need. Work on your transitions. Belly button in towards spine. Always keep that core tight, okay? So we're gonna go through these, then we're gonna float out nice to finish. 3, 2, 1. Press up, down dog. Pedal at the feet here for a moment. Roll forward to plank like a wave, core strong. Hop it up. Good. And then hop it back. So your arms are not moving through this whole thing. Roll forward to plank. Hop. And back. Send it up. Back to plank. Hop it up. Hop it back. Hips high. Move with your own breath. Good. You got this. We have 20 seconds here. Try to keep the pace up a little bit more. Last 10, go as quick as you can. How many more can you get in? 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower all the way down onto your bellies. Okay. So we're going to do a little back activation. So staying with a lifted chest, we're going to start by alternating. So left arm's going to lift, right leg, and then lower down. If you want to add more, you can twist. And then as you twist, you can drive that elbow towards your butt cheek, okay? So pick wherever you want to be today. Going alternating, and then I'll add on. So roll your shoulders down and back, take a big breath. And we're gonna start with the left arm lifting and go. Other side switching. You can press into that hand that's on the floor. Good, so feel your glute lifting, your leg is staying straight. Your shoulder blade is squeezing down and back. Even if this movement is small and looks like this, that's okay. Good. We're coming to lift both the arms, but the feet are staying on the ground. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tops of the feet, pressing into the mat. Roll the shoulders down and back, lift the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Close down your eyes. In through your nose, out through your mouth, squeeze your glutes, press the tops of feet in. Lift those hands a little higher. Squeeze those shoulder blades, you got this. You have 10 seconds here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Lift a little higher. You can do this. 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, head comes down. Lift the heels off of the ground. Legs are straight. It's not going to be a big range. Big squeeze. Good. Focus on your breath. Good. Get those heels a little higher. We're going to tap the heels together in 3, 2, 1. Tap in and out. Squeeze those glutes. Core is on tight. Lift those heels up just a little higher. You got this. Good. Now, heels come together, hold, bend the knees. Take your knees a little wider. We're going for these kind of froggy kicks. We'll call them that. Sounds right. Feels right. Okay, and we're going and lifting up and down. Just a little range of motion. Doesn't have to be crazy. Good. Big squeeze. This is the last minute of work before we stretch it and float out. Really, really squeeze. You got this. And up and hold. If you want to pulse instead of hold, you can, if that feels better and more distracting. You've got 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds of work in this class. Keep going. Come back to your intention. Why did you come here today? How are you going to get better? And let everything go. Rest your forehead down for a moment. Slowly press yourself into table, and then take a nice little down dog, pedaling out the feet. Good. And when you're ready, right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip, open up. Send it forward, step it through for low lunge, lower the back right knee, back left knee, sorry. Arms up. Exhale, hands come to the mat, straighten the front leg, toes lift, heel press into the ground. And then shift it forward again, low lunge. Send it back. Rock it forward. Heel toe this foot towards the left side. And then you're gonna fall just right into pigeon. Walk the back leg out if you need, grab a block if you need this to put underneath your glute to help support you, or you just want to hang out with your block. Take a nice stretch in through that glute. When you're ready, press back up. We're gonna bend the back leg in. So now you're gonna be in 90-90. And then we're gonna take some side bend. So left arm going down beside left foot, walk it out as far as you can. If you can try to come onto your forearm, as long as you can keep your right knee down, you can do that. Big side stretch. And then coming over, right arm going out behind, doing the same thing. Come out of that, come to face that front leg, back leg extends behind you, press into your hands, step back to plank, your choice of flow. Meet me in down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip, open up. And then send it through low lunge. Arms come up. And then hands come back to the mat. Hinge forward. Bend into that foot. Big stretch. And then back. Come back forward, heel toe this foot towards the right side. Fall into pigeon. And slowly walk back up. Bend that back leg in. Right arm going out, down. You can lower down if you keep that leg down. Coming back to center, going towards the other side. Squaring off to the front of the mat. Extend the back leg long. press into the hands, step back to plank, your choice of flow. And stand up. Good. Then you're going to walk your toes up towards your hands and lower down onto your butt. And then recline all the way onto your backs. You can take your final resting position of class today. Take up as much space as you need. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to leave you guys with a quote. I know that the new year can be a hard time of year for a lot of people. All the expectations that come with starting a new routine or bettering yourself, but instead of trying to change a million things in your life, what if we just work on liking ourselves more and being happy for showing up in the way that we do? The fact that everyone came today and gave themselves an hour of self-care is something you should be so proud of. So the quote is, "And just like the moon, you shall go through phases of light, of dark, and of everything in between. And though you may not always appear with the same brightness, you are always, always whole." So just take that with you. Maybe this is your first practice of 2023. And I hope that you know going through this year, you don't have to do it all. You can do little bits and pieces, and that's going to add up to a lot more than you realize. So thank you so much for flying with me today and sharing this practice with me. I love making you guys do crazy things in class. And I hope you have a phenomenal start of your year and of your week. Namaste.